It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news at Paul Brown Stadium. That's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst into the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back into it.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jackson now to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. McPherson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short. Maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now they'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. In the midst of, let's just say, a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the Bengals coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind says cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On third down, McPherson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
That's what I'm talking
Zach
about.
Bond gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
A play action fake. They look to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And they'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there that guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And let's go. Get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Zach Bond picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Big hold of the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on first down. McPherson. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McPherson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Chapman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. McPherson. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. What's the call on the short passing game here early in the first quarter?
I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second and 10. Back to throw. McPherson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McPherson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
They just gave up a sack there. If I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
Let's see if they can keep him off the ground now. Good
shot.
Big play that time. 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Chapman, and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We got this.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
First chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I feel they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 11 now. Back to throw. McPherson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
They can't stop us.
Zach Bond able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. McPherson. He finds his man complete. It's Chapman. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Saints on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Spiker here, complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Chapman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's get it.
To throw on 3rd down, McPherson. And that is incomplete. The passing game didn't sink here early. And now it's 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they
throw again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. You get why he's called not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them.
Let's go,
baby. Open to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Chapman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. McPherson, he finds his man, complete. That's Chapman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 20, 10, and the way in for a Cincinnati score. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now it's Parker. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get the field goal range. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught by Isabella. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He'll take a shot to the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come 2-20. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good lead, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Out comes this field general once more, leading getting his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start our tour at Raymond James Stadium. Cleveland in town to take on Tampa Bay. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. De'Ami Brown, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Jonathan Taylor, 79 yards rushing there. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Second down. It's Hunt. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Again, a 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Look to throw here. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use The back end of the end zone, the sidelines, there's extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer, and he's down to about the 2. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Not at all within vision. 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first touchdown of the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Set to return it, here's Turner. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets down the field. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McPherson. That's caught by Jackson. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 3rd down, Chapman. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. McPherson. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly there. He it's maybe a couple up to the 38.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chapman, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They've got the lead as they begin this drive, 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They juked him. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. A really nice catch, but that should have gone for more yardage.
Give him a pass in the flat that allows him to get upfield. There's plenty of distance between him and all the defenders. Actually cost himself some yardage there. Yeah, they got the completion, but it could have been so much more.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. He's going to let this go deep for Jansen. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. On 2nd down, it's Chapman. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. On third down, McPherson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. It's going to be a first down. Well done.
Here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Come on!
On first and 10, McPherson. Pressure comes and down he goes. Zach Ball able to record his fifth sack of the season. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. I say that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Big stop, G. Big.
To throw on second down, McPherson. Throw left side complete. That's Chapman. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 22-yard line.
Get him, boys!
So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be a third and about 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for their offense.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And it's picked. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
To throw from his end zone, McPherson. He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On second down, here's the option. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On first down, McPherson. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. McPherson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the side. Collectively as a defense, Charles, if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number It's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Saints on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And this pass broken up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you wanted anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Ain't doing nothing.
They're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and forever. He finds his man complete. It's Chapman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Excuse my snarkiness. Isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he goes out right around the 39.
That's it, baby.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
On second down now, it's Hunt. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. We've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 11. They'll run with Hunt. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. And off the crossbar, and kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or 2, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So now the Bengals down on the scoreboard. 40 remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
The people watching this are really give up because they scored. They might want to rush back into this game.
This looks like it's going to be the game-deciding score, although at that time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So now gives him a 3-point push, and he guarantees a field goal going forward.
strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now it's Parker. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Now all the focus shifts over to the Saints, trailing by 3 after the touchdown and two-point conversion. 23 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He looked to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to return it to the 21. Well, you really ought to take some chances here with needing a touchdown to win it. And that one really just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
On first down, Chapman. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chapman. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they will take a knee here. And that will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Partner still a head scratcher on this one, ended down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock? Right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for Cincinnati, it's a rare win, just their 2nd in these first 8 games. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.